Inaanyayahan ko po ang lahat na tumayo, ilagay ang kanang kamay sa kaliwang dibdib, at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Magandang buhay po sa ating lahat. I'm sure everyone is excited. To our online audience, guests, colleagues, newly conferred and upgraded career scientists, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a blessed day to all of us. I am Muchikiwis D. Santos, or Doc Muji for short. I'm a scientist 4 from the National Fisheries Research and Development Institute of the Department of Agriculture, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today. Ayan. We are here today to witness the second virtual oath-taking ceremony of our newly conferred and upgraded career scientists. Now, the scientific career system is a system of recruitment, career progression, recognition, and reward of scientists in the government service as a means of developing a pool of highly productive scientific personnel. The system is co-implemented by the Civil Service Commission and the Department of Science and Technology, with CSC and DOST serving as co-chair of the Scientific Career Council. The program is now administered by the National Academy of Science and Technology, Philippines. To formally welcome us to this occasion, may we call on Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña, co-chair of the Scientific Career Council and Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, to give the opening remarks. The screen is now yours, Secretary de la Peña.
Thank you, Academician Santos. First of all, my warmest greetings to everyone attending this event, to my fellow members of the Scientific Career Council, our chair, Alicia De La Rosa Bala, the president of the National Academy of Science and Technology, Dr. Rodora Asanza, the president of the National Research Council of the Philippines, Dr. Gregorio Del Pilar, the president of the University of the Philippines System, Attorney Danilo Concepcion, and of course to the members of the special technical committees of the Scientific Career System, other officials coming from different agencies, to our media friends, to honored guests, and of course to our newly conferred and upgraded scientists. Welcome and a pleasant morning to all of you. This is the second time that we are having the conferment in a virtual oath-taking ceremony. And today we are here to recognize the achievements of 12 career scientists. Some of them are coming in for the first time, and the others are being elevated to higher levels in the scientific career system. I still recall, and I think it was shown earlier in the video, that the scientific career system was institutionalized way back in March 1982. That was almost 40 years ago. A few months from now, that will be 40 years. And I'm happy to recall that I was there when it started. I was the planning officer at the DOST in 1982. And I remember the passion that our then Minister of Science, National Scientist Emil Abier, had for the establishment of a scientific career system. And actually, the rationale for this is to have what we call a Y-shaped career system, wherein some may opt to go through the administrative ladder, okay, and eventually rise to the position of heading the agency where he or she belongs, or pursue a scientific career path, okay, wherein you don't have to be a director of an agency to receive the highest pay in that agency. So I think it is still the rationale that we have for having this up to now. Although there are moves, and we have already taken steps in reviewing and amending Executive Order 901, of course, because of the changes that we have around us. And there is also a need to increase our number of scientific career scientists. I would like to recognize the efforts of our Scientific Career Council, particularly with the help of our Secretariat, now headed by Director Luningning Samarita, in efforts to orient, to recruit, and to have nominees coming from institutions other than the higher educational institutions. So in other words, we have scientists and researchers not in the universities, but in other institutions. Now, we are very glad that among the 12 who are being recognized today, actually there are 5 from the Department of Science and Technology out of 12, and I'm very proud of that. There are 4 coming from the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, and there is 1 coming from Pag-asa. Actually, the one coming from Pag-asa, Dr. Villapuerte, is the first since 2001 from Pag-asa. Okay, so I'm very happy about that. And with regards to the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, I think up to now, this is the agency of DOST that has the biggest number of scientific career scientists. Okay, we are also very pleased to have with us 2 who are being elevated, okay, to Scientist 4 rank. Okay, and it is a very exclusive club, if I may speak. I think to date we have only 3 with that level, Scientist 4, and all of them are coming from the Department of Agriculture. So we have 2 who will be elevated into Scientist 4, Dr. Claro Mingala and Dr. Dionisio Albendia. I would like to give thanks to the members of the special technical committees who screened, evaluated, and recommended those who will be conferred or elevated today, because it's really, I think, also takes a lot of effort to do this evaluation and assessment of the career scientist candidates. And of course, I would also like to express appreciation to the heads or administrators of the agencies from where these career scientists are coming from for their endorsement and support. Lastly, I would like to thank my fellow members of the commission, of course, headed by Chair Alicia De La Rosa Bala, for, shall we say, devoting time, okay, and expertise so that our scientific career system will progress, okay, the way it was envisioned, and to have improvements along the way. So thank you, Chair Bala. It has really been a very pleasant, shall we say, experience to work with the Chairman Bala. And she is one who really supports science and technology. So I think, if I may say, I really have not seen someone who is not really a scientist who has been very supportive of science and technology. And I would like to really thank and appreciate the position of Chair Bala on science and technology. So although there will be a formal introduction of the scientists who will be conferred. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the newly conferred scientist, Dr. Gigi Kalika from the Department of Agriculture, Post-Harvest Development and Mechanization Center, Dr. Castor Diocaris from the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, Dr. Esther Flores from the Department of Agriculture, Carabao Center, Dr. Lerma Ocampo, also from the Carabao Center of the Department of Agriculture, Dr. Jessie Samaniego from our Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, Dr. Valerie Ann Samson from our Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, and Dr. Marcelino Villapuerte, okay, who is from Pag-asa, the first one to be named scientist after 20 years, coming from Pag-asa. And of course, our newly upgraded scientist, Dr. Dionisio Albendia. As I said, he is one of those who is being elevated to Scientist 4. We have also Dr. Edwin Katabay from 1 to 2, Dr. Eufrosina Atabay from 1 to 2, Dr. Claro Mingala, the other one who is elevated to Scientist 4, and Dr. Roel Suralta. My own personal congratulations to all of you, and congratulations also in behalf of the Department of Science and Technology. Thank you very much, and let's continue with this very important event.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sir Boy, for those inspiring words. Maraming salamat po. May I now call on screen the chairperson of the Civil Service Commission and chair of the Scientific Career Council, Honorable Alicia De La Rosa Bala, for a short message. Let us give her a round of virtual applause. The screen is now yours, ma'am. Go ahead po.
Maraming salamat, Dr. Moji. Isang mapagpalang umaga sa lahat. Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña of the Department of Science and Technology and the co-chairperson of the Scientific Career Council, Special Technical Committee on Natural Sciences, academician Fabian M. Dairit as the chair, academician Eufemio T. Rasco Jr., the chair of the Special Technical Committee on Agricultural Sciences, former member of the Special Technical Committee on Social Sciences Division, Dr. Gregorio Del Pilar, and then academician Rodora Asanza, our career scientists, heads of agencies, esteemed guests, families of our scientists, good morning and happy 121st Civil Service Anniversary. This year is our anniversary. Can you imagine 121 years na po tayo? It is great honor to witness, albeit virtually, today's oath-taking ceremony of the newly conferred scientists and upgraded scientists in our midst. As we commemorate the birth of the Philippine Civil Service, who would have thought that 121 years later, we will be facing an unprecedented challenge to public service. And I think everybody knows that we are still in the midst of pandemic, COVID-19. Suddenly, the normal workplace is disrupted. We are forced to think of new ways to be able to work individually, to work together, and to deliver service to the public. We have to balance our safety and the continuity of our sworn commitment to serve the Filipino people. In the midst of this pandemic, together with the fourth industrial revolution, is the urgency to utilize science and technology as key elements in our goal to build smart organizations and future-ready workforce. It is indeed a gamut of possibilities as we continuously discover the various use of artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, among others. And I would like to applaud our present-day scientists in taking part in searching and discovering for new ways of doing things that address issues and concerns confronting not only the Philippines, but of the whole world. Last October 2020, I got the opportunity to, was informed that 11 Filipinos were included in the 2020 list of the Asian Scientist 100 magazine's most outstanding researchers, and three of whom are officials of DOST. First, Dr. Carlo Arcilla of the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute was acknowledged for his contributions regarding the management and development of peaceful applications for nuclear energy in the country. Such breakthroughs would definitely aid various Filipino households to reduce their electricity bills, especially at this time of work at home arrangements. On the other hand, Engineer Robert Dizon of Metals Industry Research and Development Center developed the torque mode of configuration for multiple variable frequency drives used in the automated guideway transit system, hybrid electronic road train, and hybrid electronic train. And national scientist Emil Javier was recognized for his contribution in the field of agriculture as he initiated the launch of the Institute of Plant Breeding, which gave access to high-yielding crops and disease-resistant plant varieties in Asia. Such innovation can make our rice-producing farmers become more capacitative over time. Today, it is Scientific Career Council's privilege to present our newly conferred scientists and upgraded scientists that will greatly contribute their expertise and innovations, especially at this time of crisis. These are men and women that will contribute and continue to perform their profession for our country. Saludo ako sa inyong lahat. As we work toward achieving the goals of ambition natin, 2040 of creating a matatag, maginhawa, at panatag na buhay para sa bawat pamilyang Pilipino, I call on our scientists to be our partners in building smart organizations and capacitating future-ready workforce. And I'd like to thank for the kind words of Secretary de la Peña. Secretary Boy, thank you for your kind words. You know, how did I get to know on a personal note, or how did I get so supportive of science and technology? When I was the Deputy Secretary General for Asian Sociocultural Community, during my time, science and technology was under ASCC, under the sociocultural, and I got to meet all the heads of the ministers of science and technology in the 10 member states of ASEAN. And so I said, wow, this is something that the Philippines is excelling. You know, when they were sharing, the secretaries at the time were already telling us. And when I came back, the first event that I attended in my capacity as the chairperson of the Civil Service Commission was the awarding of the search for outstanding government officials and employees in government. And I noted that at that time I wasn't yet involved in the selection. If I'm not mistaken, there were about 3 scientists. And you know what President Aquino III said to me, and I'm very happy that you are now recognizing the role of the scientists in the country. This is the group that they never get to be acknowledged publicly. And so this time I said, when I had the opportunity to sit with you, I thought that I really support. And there are a number of finalists and semi-finalists to the search of the 2020 and 2021 outstanding government officials and employees. Of course, I will not tell you who they are because they're still being validated, but you must have read in the newspapers the names of those who are included in the in the finalists and those who are being validated. So again, on behalf of the Civil Service Commission, I'm so happy to become part of this the council, the Scientific Career Council. And I also would like to take this opportunity, Boy, to thank you and the rest of the members of the council, because this would be the last time that I might be joining you, because my term as the chairperson of the commission will end in February 2022. So I'm very thankful for this opportunity. I never had this before, except as I've said, and I promise that you will have a supporter even I will be out of public service. So sa inyong lahat, maraming salamat for this opportunity, and thank you sa lahat ng mga scientists. Keep on doing things that will improve the lives of the Filipino people. We owe it to you. You will have a lot of opportunities so that your work will be recognized and acknowledged, not only in the Philippines, but entire ASEAN and beyond the region. Good morning and stay safe and take care. Maraming salamat ulit.
At maraming salamat po, Chair Bala. No? Actually, I'm lost for words. Again, from all of us, salamat po sa inyong support. Truly, yung messages ni Sir Boy and ni Ma'am Bala are really inspirational. And if I may say, #uplifting. Ano po. And makakaasa po kayo speaking for the group ng scientific career scientists that we will continue to do our best, ma'am, for our country. Salamat po. Okay, don't forget to use the hashtags. Speaking of hashtags, hashtag Scientific Career System and hashtag SCS 2021 oath-taking in your social media accounts. We would also like to invite our participants, follow and like SCS social media account on Facebook at the Scientific Career System. You can watch this virtual oath-taking via Zoom and Facebook Live. Okay? Okay, and we would also like to now acknowledge the presence of our distinguished guests from the Scientific Career Council, the SCS Special Technical Committees, and directors from the different agencies. Okay, let me pull out my list here. Ayan. Of course, from the council, the SCC would be number one, Ma'am Alicia De La Rosa Bala, the chair of the SCC and the CSC chairperson, si Secretary Boy de la Peña, co-chair ng SCC and DOST secretary, academician Rodora V. Asanza, member ng SCC and NAST president, Dr. Gregorio E.H. Del Pilar, member SCC and RCP president, and Attorney Danilo L. Concepcion, member SCC, and also the UP System President. From our special technical committees, we have Academician Fabian Sir Toby Dairit, Chair ng Natural Sciences Division, Academician Eufemio si Sir Dong Rasco Jr., Chair ng Agricultural Sciences Division, Dr. Policy, member also ng Natural Sciences Division, Academician Salcedo Eduardo, Academician Marco Nemesio Montaño, past member ng Natural Sciences Division, and from the Agricultural Sciences Division, ayan, marami po sila. Si Dr. Carmencita Mateo, Dr. Renato Vega, and National Scientist Dolores Ramirez, Ma'am DR is here. Ating pong mga past members from the Agricultural Sciences Division, si Dr. Orville Bondoc, Dr. Nestor Bagginon, and Dr. Jose E. Hernandez. And from the Social Sciences Division, past member, nandito po si Dr. Edna Co. Also, again, Agricultural Sciences Division, Dr. Venus Kalilong. From the Engineering and Technology Division, we have Rogelio Panlasiki. Yeah. A member of the Health Sciences Division is here, Academician Rodi C. And also from the Health Sciences Division, past member, Dr. Isidro Sia. From the agency heads, we have here Dr. Vicente Malano, Administrator ng DOST Pag-asa. Welcome, sir. Dr. Carlo Arcilia, Director po ng DOST PNRI, is also here. Welcome po. Ang ating si Deputy Director ng PhilMec, si Dr. Ronaldo Sebastian Reyes is here. Dr. John C. De Leon, Executive Director po ng PhilRise is here, as well as ang kanyang Deputy Executive Director for Administrative Services and Finance, Mr. Abner Montecalvo. Welcome po mga sirs. Dr. Ronnie D. Domingo, Officer in Charge and Executive Director ng DAPCC. Honorable William D. Dar, ang aming pong Secretary sa Department of Agriculture, although I think ang message is he will be able to come around later. And also, I note po si Yusek Renato Solidum, sir. Welcome po dito sa ating recognition ng ating SCS. And announcement din, may ads po pala tayo sa Manila Bulletin tungkol po sa newly conferred scientists. So please watch out for that one. And of course, sa ating pong lahat ng mga attendees na maya-maya po ay atin na i-recognize. Okay, and thank you for taking time to attend po our virtual oath-taking ceremony. We now proceed to the heart of this day's event, which is the introduction of the newly conferred and upgraded scientists and awarding of scientist medals. May I now call on screen Academician Fabian M. Dairit, Chair of the Natural Sciences Division, for the introduction of the newly conferred scientists of the SCS under the Natural Sciences Division. Sir Toby? Go ahead po.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Muji, Academician Muji. Of course, I'd like to greet Secretary de la Peña and Chair Bala, and thank you for your very encouraging messages. To start this momentous occasion, let me introduce the newly conferred career scientists under the Natural Sciences Division. For this year, we have 4 newly conferred career scientists under the Natural Sciences Division, all from the Department of Science and Technology. First, I'd like to introduce Dr. Castor C. Diacaris of the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute of the DOST. Let me really introduce Dr. Diacaris. Dr. Diacaris contributed to the understanding of the structure-function relationship of mortalin, or the mitochondrial HSP70, in manipulating aging, immortalization, and carcinogenesis. He's currently a senior science research specialist at the DOST PNRI and a national coordinator of the Zoonotic Disease Integrated Action, or ZODIAC, a program by the International Atomic Energy Agency that aims to establish among the member states a pathogen surveillance network and decision-making support system to prevent future pandemics such as COVID-19. As a former research chief of the Commission on Higher Education, he managed big-ticket R&D grants, assisted in the development of national R&D priority policies, and organized capacity-building programs throughout the country to help improve research excellence in Philippine higher education. As an environmentalist and board member of the NGO Ban Toxics, he helps address ecological child labor and toxic chemical issues of marginalized small-scale gold mining communities. In 2012, he initiated a Luntiang Lunes movement with the global Meatless Monday campaign of Johns Hopkins University to promote awareness on the planetary health diet. His national campaigns were featured by major radio and TV programs and newspapers, including the Huffington Post. He has 108 scientific publications in international and local journals, including book chapters. As an internationally awarded SNT broadcast journalist of the longest-running nationwide SNT radio program every Sunday, called Pinoy Scientist at DZEC 1062 Radio Aguila, he continues to laymanize S&P-related topics and shares inspiring stories of Filipino scientists to the general public. So may we request Director Arcilia and Dr. Diocaris to turn on your cameras for the awarding of the Scientist Medal. We would also like to request Chairperson Bala and Secretary de la Peña to turn on your camera during the awarding of the Scientist Medals for all the newly conferred and upgraded career scientists. Now, let me read the citation. Castor C. Diocaris, PhD, is conferred Scientist 1 rank on May 21, 2021 by the Scientific Career System, signed by Alicia De La Rosa Bala, Chairperson of the Civil Service Commission and Chair of the Scientific Career Council, and Fortunato D. De La Peña, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology and Co-Chair of the Scientific Career Council.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sir Toby. Let's give them a warm round of virtual applause. Thank you again, Sir Toby.
Okay, congratulations, Dr. Diocaris.
Congratulations.
Our next newly conferred career scientist is Dr. Jesse O. Samaniego, and he's also from the PNRI DOST. Dr. Samaniego is a senior science research specialist in the Nuclear Materials Research Section of the Atomic Research Division of DOST PNRI. Let's all watch a short video of his accomplishments.
Dr. Jesse O. Samaniego is a conferred Career Scientist 1 from the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute. His recent project focused on the abandoned and inactive mines in the country. In Palawan Quicksilver Mines, he and co-workers conducted an extensive study of mercury concentrations in soil and sediments, surface and groundwater, and the mercury in air. The results of the study have been used in the ecological and health risk assessment in the area. As an environmental engineer, he conducted a study on the contamination of mercury in soil, sediments, and surface water in small-scale gold mining area. He also developed a wastewater treatment system for heavy metal-laden mining effluent. His current research activities include a survey of naturally occurring radioactive materials and characterization of rare earth elements from soil samples collected from mineralized districts in the country.
So let me now read the citation. Jesse O. Samaniego, PhD, is conferred Scientist 1 rank on May 21, 2021 by the Scientific Career System, signed by Alicia De La Rosa Bala, Chairperson of the Civil Service Commission and Chair of the Scientific Career Council, and Fortunato D. De La Peña, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology and Co-Chair of the Scientific Career Council. Congratulations, Dr. Samaniego. Our next conferred career scientist is Dr. Valerie Ann I. Sampson, Associate Scientist at the DOST, detailed in PNRI. So let me read her Dr. Sampson's accomplishments. Dr. Sampson obtained her MS Physics degree from the National Institute of Physics in 2006 and her PhD in Material Science and Engineering from the University of Tsukuba in 2012, where she got the Best PhD Thesis Award. Her PhD work was also awarded the Jerome Cohen Student Award given by the Denver X-ray Conference International Center for Diffraction Data. From 2012 to 2014, she was a postdoctoral researcher at the National Institute for Material Science in Tsukuba, Japan. And from 2014 to 2017, a Marie Curie postdoctoral fellow at the Micro XAS Beamline project of the Paul Scherrer Institute in Switzerland. She jointly holds 2 patents for X-ray and neutron imaging instruments developed with her Japanese collaborators. With her training expertise in synchrotron X-ray techniques, Dr. Sampson has continued her research work using synchrotron X-rays in characterizing materials. This has been possible through a collaboration with the Synchrotron Light Research Institute of Thailand, where Dr. Samson has visited the facility several times to perform experiments along with students from the University of the Philippines and colleagues from the PNRI. Her expertise in imaging has led her to pioneer a project in developing a gamma-computed tomography imaging device for industrial applications. The project is in collaboration with the Energy Development Corporation, the country's top producer of geothermal power energy. She is also the current coordinator to establish the nuclear forensics framework in the PNRI that will have an impact in the country's national security and border protection. Now may we request Director Arcilia and Dr. Samson, I see you've turned on your videos, for the awarding of the Scientist Medal, and let me read the citation. Valerie Ann I. Samson, PhD, is conferred Scientist 1 rank on May 21, 2021 by the Scientific Career System, signed by Alicia De La Rosa Bala, Chairperson of the Civil Service Commission and Chair of the Scientific Career Council, and Fortunato T. de la Peña, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology and co-chair of the Scientific Career System. Congratulations, Dr. Samson. Thank you. For the fourth and certainly not the least newly conferred career scientist under the Natural Sciences Division is Dr. Marcelino Q. Villafuerte II, Senior Weather Specialist at the DOST-STII Pag-asa. Let us watch a short video of his accomplishments.
Dr. Marcelino Villafuerte II is a senior weather specialist and the officer in charge of the Impact Assessment and Application Section under the Climatology and Agrometeorology Division of DOST-STII Pag-asa. Dr. Villafuerte, or Doc Mar, as his colleagues call him, has just recently been conferred as Scientist 1 this 2021. He currently heads a number of projects that aim to study the Philippine climate. Among his recent projects include the development of high-resolution, daily and sub-daily, gridded surface climate data for the Philippines. He is also the current president of the Philippine Meteorological Society, an organization that promotes the advancement of atmospheric sciences in the Philippines. Docmar also mentors students from different schools, including Ateneo de Manila University and University of the Philippines. He also served as a lecturer to DOST-STII Pag-asa and WMO sanctioned trainings for meteorologists and meteorological technicians. He has authored a number of journal publications on climate change and climate variability for the Philippines. Among his most recent works include studies on rainfall and temperature indices, the introduction of an online platform for climate data acquisition, and studies on tropical cyclones using various climate models.
Thank you. Of course, your work is always very timely. May we request Administrator Malano and Dr. Villafuerte to turn on your cameras for the awarding of the Scientist Medal, and let me read the citation. Marcelino Q. Villafuerte II, PhD, is conferred Scientist 1 rank on May 21, 2021 by the Scientific Career System, signed by Alicia De La Rosa Bala, Chairperson of the Civil Service Commission and Chair of the Scientific Career Council, and Fortunato T. de la Peña, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology and Co-Chair of the Scientific Career Council. Congratulations, Dr. Villafuerte. We look forward to your forecast, and to all of the newly conferred scientists under Natural Sciences Division. May you all serve an inspiration to many and to continue your passion in science and research. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Toby. Once again, congratulations to all the newly conferred career scientists from the Department of Science and Technology. We now move on. May I call on the screen Academician Eufemio T. Rasco Jr., Chair of the Agricultural Sciences Division, for the introduction of the newly conferred and upgraded career scientists under the Agricultural Sciences Division. Sir Dong, go ahead po.
Maraming salamat, Academician Muji, and good morning to everyone. Allow me to introduce the newly conferred career scientists under the Agricultural Sciences Division. For this year, we have a total of 2 newly conferred and 5 upgraded career scientists under the Agricultural Sciences Division. We will first introduce the 2 newly conferred career scientists. First on the list is Dr. Esther B. Flores of the Philippine Carabao Center of the Department of Agriculture. Currently, she is a supervising science research specialist and head of the Animal Breeding and Genomics section of the DA-PCC. Let us all watch a short video of her accomplishments.
Dr. Esther B. Flores, Career Scientist 1, Department of Agriculture, Philippine Carabao Center. Dr. Esther B. Flores is a supervising science research specialist at the DA Philippine Carabao Center. She was recently conferred Scientist 1 rank in the scientific career system. She is a technical expert in animal breeding, genetics, bioinformatics, and animal production. As a scientist and a researcher, her significant accomplishment includes the establishment and guiding the implementation of separate structured breeding program for riverine and swamp buffaloes, development of the local dairy buffalo breed that has 93 to 100% riverine blood, and the use of genetic information on buffaloes for the national breeding program, which led to the increase in number of genetically superior animals that gives more economic benefits to farmers nationwide. Dr. Flores also serves as the head of Animal Genomics and Breeding Section and Animal Genomic Resources Section at the DAPCC. As the head of these sections, she supervises and leads the conduct of various researches related on DNA-based research on molecular genetics. Under her leadership, various DNA marker technologies and genetic screening protocols were developed as a tool for selection to complement the conventional breeding program of DAPCC. Among the various DNA markers optimized for use in buffaloes and cattle is a DNA-based paternity testing service called VeriSire. Genetic screening protocols for milk production, milk quality, and genetic defects, on the other hand, have also been developed for buffaloes and dairy and beef cattle. For commercial breeder swine, the team of Dr. Flores also developed a 17 gene marker screening protocol in collaboration with the accredited Swine Breeders Association of the Philippines. These technologies paved way to advance the livestock industry and is continuously making innovations and development in the livestock sector.
May we now request the Director Domingo and Dr. Flores to turn your camera on for the awarding of the Scientist Medal, and let me read the citation. Esther B. Flores, PhD, is conferred Scientist 1 rank on December 3, 2020 by the Scientific Career System. Signed by Alicia De La Rosa Bala, Chairperson of the Civil Service Commission and Chair of the Scientific Career Council, and Fortunato T. de la Peña, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, and co-chairman of the Scientific Career Council. Congratulations, Dr. Flores, our second newly conferred career scientist under the Agricultural Sciences Division is Dr. Lerma C. Ocampo, also from the DA-PCC. She is a senior science research specialist in the Research and Development Division, a reproduction and physiology section of DA-PCC. Let us all watch a short video of her accomplishments.
Dr. Lerma C. Ocampo, Career Scientist 1, Department of Agriculture, Philippine Carabao Center. Dr. Lerma C. Ocampo is a reproductive biotechnologist from the Reproduction and Physiology section of the DA-PCC Research and Development Division. She was recently conferred Scientist 1 rank in the Scientific Career System. She is a technical expert in animal reproductive and physiology and is mainly involved in the development of practical cryopreservation methods suitable for native farm animals and other ruminant species endemic in the Philippines. Her research contributes significantly in ensuring frozen semen from indigenous farm and food animals as well as endangered wildlife ruminants to be added in the core collections of the Animal Genetic Resources Cryobank Repository located at the DA-PCC Livestock Innovations and Biotechnology Complex in Science City of Muñoz, Nueva Ecija. Dubbed as Sperm Rescue 911, she was able to recover live sperm from the epididymis of post-mortem testes of slaughtered bucks and prove that these sperms are physiologically fertile with subsequent embryonic development after utilization through IVF and embryo culture. Her team also successfully cryopreserved goat EPS in an ambulatory setup using a portable styrofoam box with liquid nitrogen in remote areas in the Philippines. Likewise, her research project on boar semen cryopreservation on Philippine native pig and commercial breeds was successful, yielding motile and progressively motile spermatozoa assessed by the computer-assisted sperm analyzer or CASA machine, as well as the presence of live sperm detected by fluorescence microscopy.
May we request Director Domingo and Dr. Ocampo to turn your camera on for the awarding and of the Scientist Medal. And let me read the citation. Lerma C. Ocampo, PhD, is conferred Scientist 1 rank on May 21, 2021 by the Scientific Career System, signed by Alicia de la Rosa Bala, Chairperson of the Civil Service Commission and Chair of the Scientific Career Council, and Fortunato T. de la Peña, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology and co-chairman of the Scientific Career Council. Congratulations once again to our two newly conferred career scientists from the DA-PCC. Continue your research endeavors and be an encouragement to the younger generation to also pursue a career in science. We will now proceed to the newly upgraded career scientist. We have 5 under the Agricultural Sciences Division. First on the list is Dr. Junicio G. Alvindia. Currently, he is the officer in charge, director of the Field Operations Service, and program management director of the Rice Resiliency Project of the Department of Agriculture. He is in concurrent capacity as supervising science research specialist of the Philippine Center for Post-Harvest Development and Mechanization of the Department of Agriculture. Dr. Alvindia conducted innovative researches in agriculture and fishery on organic biostimulants. His work has led to development and formulation of products now being commercialized by several companies. The products are alternative to synthetic chemical pesticides and or inorganic fertilizers. The products he developed are sustainable and considered to be of minimal risk products for human health and environment. The products are alternative to synthetic chemical pesticides that have reduced the selection pressure for the evolution of resistance in pest and diseases populations. The products likewise invigorate soil microorganisms that biostimulates plant growth, increase crop yield, and improve plant health. May we now request Director Halyurina and Dr. Alvindia to turn your camera on for the awarding of the Scientist Medal. We would also like to request Chairperson Bala and Secretary De La Peña to turn your camera on during the awarding of the Scientist Medals for all the newly upgraded career scientists. Let me read the citation. Junicio G. Alvindia, PhD, is conferred Scientist 4 rank on May 21, 2021 by the Scientific Career System, signed by Alicia de la Rosa Bala, Chairperson of the Civil Service Commission and Chair of the Scientific Career Council, and Fortunato T. de la Peña, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology and Co-Chairman of the Scientific Career Council. Congratulations, Dr. Alvindia. Our next newly upgraded career scientist is Dr. Edwin C. Atabay. Dr. Atabay is a senior science research specialist of the DA-Philippine Carabao Center. Let us watch a short video of his accomplishments.
Dr. Edwin C. Atabay, Career Scientist 2, Department of Agriculture, Philippine Carabao Center. Dr. Edwin C. Atabay is a Senior Science Research Specialist of the Philippine Carabao Center at Central Luzon State University. He was conferred the rank of Scientist 1 in 2014 and was upgraded to Scientist 2 last May 2021. He is an expert in assisted animal reproduction and is actively engaged in S&T projects and activities directed towards improving fertility of water buffaloes and other ruminant species. He spearheaded the implementation of intensified reproductive management program that promotes the use of modern reproductive biotechnologies such as fixed-time artificial insemination, ultrasonography, and early pregnancy detection to improve the overall reproductive efficiencies in livestock. The program is essentially anchored on understanding ovarian physiology, monitoring follicular growth, and performing hormone assay for endocrine profiling, which hold the key to achieving precision in reproduction. To date, thousands of calves have been produced nationwide from the use of these timed AI technologies and programmed breeding strategies. Moreover, Dr. Atabay leads the conduct of embryo transfer activities for the reproduction. On April 2020, the team successfully produced the first calf from embryo transfer technology named Pag-asa. Dr. Atabay is currently designated as the National Technical Coordinator on Reproduction and as Coordinator of the Artificial Insemination Program of Philippine Carabao Center. He also serves as the Technical Expert of the Unified National Artificial Insemination Program of the Department of Agriculture.
May we request Director Domingo and Dr. Edwin Atabay to turn your camera on for the awarding of the Scientist Medal. And let me read the citation. Edwin C. Atabay, PhD, is conferred Scientist II rank on May 21, 2021 by the Scientific Career System. Signed by Alicia de la Rosa Bala, Chairperson of the Civil Service Commission and Chair of the Scientific Career Council, and Fortunato T. de la Peña, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology and Co-Chairman of the Scientific Career Council. Congratulations, Dr. Edwin Atabay. Our next awardee is also from the DIPCC, Dr. Euprosina P. Atabay. She is a supervising science research specialist of the DIPCC. Let us watch a short video of her accomplishments.
Dr. Euprosina P. Atabay, Career Scientist 2. Dr. Euprosina P. Atabay is a supervising science research specialist at the Philippine Carabao Center. She was conferred the rank of Scientist 1 in 2014. She is a technical expert in animal reproductive biotechnology and physiology and is mainly involved in the progress of in vitro techniques such as in vitro fertilization, embryo production, and cryopreservation of semen, oocytes, and embryos. Dr. Atabay serves as project leader of various research projects. She initiated the establishment of Molecular Reproduction Laboratory, which led to the development of molecular screening tests for semen fertility in buffaloes. Dr. Atabay's significant accomplishment and contribution in her field is advancing reproduction in water buffaloes. She is a key partner in the development of the Intensified Reproductive Management Program in livestock. The major technology localized is fixed-time artificial insemination, achieving more precise timing of ovulation, improving pregnancy. She spearheaded the team on the use of sex-sorted semen for FTAI, which resulted in the birth of Liwanag last April 2020. Dr. Atabay presently leads the Intellectual Property Management Program of ECC. Her most notable accomplishment is the establishment of a system for the protection and commercialization of technology and innovations from agencies' S&T activities, which will further benefit the clients, livestock industry, and the general public.
Let me now request Director Domingo and Dr. Euprosina Atabay to turn your camera on for the awarding of the Scientist Medal. And let me read the citation. Euprosina P. Atabay, PhD, is conferred Scientist II rank on May 21, 2021 by the Scientific Career System, signed by Alicia de la Rosa Bala, Chairperson of the Civil Service Commission and Chair of the Scientific Career Council, and Fortunato T. de la Peña, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology and Co-Chairman of the Scientific Career Council. Congratulations, Dr. Euprosina Atabay. Our next awardee is Dr. Ruel Arsuralta, Chief Science Research Specialist of the Crop Biotechnology Center of GA Philrice. Let us watch a short video of his accomplishments.
Dr. Ruel Rodriguez Uralta is currently a Chief Science Research Specialist at the Philippine Rice Research Institute. His research outputs in crop physiology and agronomy, focusing on the less researched below-ground root tissues, have significant impact on crop productivity. He co-pioneered root plasticity research to improve crop adaptation to abiotic stress-prone rice production environments and identify and develop rice varieties with improved production efficiency. His research undertakings and findings have significant impact on breeding climate change resilient rice cultivars and on optimum agronomic management under different rice production systems. This resulted to thorough and careful improvement of simulated rain-fed lowland phenotyping environments, root trait selection methodologies, and efficiency of rice production. Consequently, the developed high-yielding varieties and optimum agronomic management are expected to help increase crop productivity and farmers' income in the Philippines and Asian monsoon regions. He published his research outputs in various SCI Index plant science journals, books, and other publication platforms. He has received several awards, such as the Outstanding Young Scientist in 2010, the Japan International Award for Young Agricultural Researchers in 2011, the Presidential Lingkod Bayan Award in 2013, and the Eduardo Kisumbing Medal for Basic Research in 2016 and 2020. Dr. Soralta was conferred the rank of Scientist 1 in 2011 and Scientist 2 in 2016. Today, he will be conferred the rank of Scientist 3.
May we request Dr. De Leon and Dr. Soralta to turn your camera on for the awarding of the Scientist Medal. And let me read the citation. Ruel R. Soralta, PhD, is conferred Scientist 3 rank on May 21, 2021 by the Scientific Career System, signed by Alicia De La Rosa Bala, Chairperson of the Civil Service Commission and Chair of the Scientific Career Council, and Fortunato T. de la Peña, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology and Co-Chairman of the Scientific Career Council. Congratulations, Dr. Soralta. The last, but not the least, newly upgraded career scientist under the Agricultural Sciences Division is Dr. Claro N. Mingala, Deputy Executive Director for Production and Research in DAPCC. Let us all watch a short video of his accomplishments.
Dr. Claro N. Mingala, Career Scientist 4, Department of Agriculture, Philippine Carabao Center. Dr. Claro Mingala is the Deputy Executive Director for Production and Research of the DA-Philippine Carabao Center and the Chief of Livestock Biotechnology Center located at the DAPCC in Science City of Muñoz, Nueva Ecija. As a veterinarian who specializes in infectious diseases, he spearheaded the optimization, development, and application of molecular-based protocols for the detection of various livestock diseases that have economic and public health importance in the country. Among the molecular-based protocols he used to develop a more sensitive, user-friendly, and cheap diagnostic kits were the loop-mediated isothermal amplification, polymerase chain reaction or the PCR, nested PCR, RT-PCR, as well as combination of nanotechnology using nanogold. Two of these kits are now on the pipeline for intellectual property application. Dr. Mingala also completed the private-public partnership research on enhancing milk production of water buffaloes through S&T interventions as the leader of the Development of Healthcare Technologies and Practical Farm Practices Project 3 in support of increasing buffalo milk production under the DOST-STII card grant. He also collaborated and performed researches on marker-assisted screening on disease resistance to mastitis on water buffaloes and goats. As of the present time, Dr. Mingala has existing collaboration with various international scientific agencies such as the Riken Institute and Research Center for Zoonosis Control in Japan, Cornell University in Ithaca, New York, World Health Organization, and Food and Agriculture Organization for conducting various researches on livestock biotechnologies. His researches contribute significantly in addressing the pressing concerns in the livestock industry and the public health.
May we request Dr. Domingo and Dr. Mingala to turn your camera on for the awarding of the Scientist Medal. And let me read the citation. Claro N. Mingala, PhD, is conferred Scientist 4 rank on January 26, 2021 by the Scientific Career System, signed by Alicia de la Rosa Bala, Chairperson of the Civil Service Commission and Chair of the Scientific Career Council, and Fortunato T. de la Peña, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology and Co-Chairman of the Scientific Career Council. Congratulations, Dr. Mingala, and to all the newly upgraded scientists under the Agricultural Sciences Division.
Congratulations.
Continue your commitment to research and remain being productive scientists in your field of expertise. I commend each one of you, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sir Dong. Again, congratulations to all the newly conferred and upgraded career scientists from the agricultural sciences. Ayan, nakakatuwa talagang tignan ang ating mga awardees ngayon. Okay, may I call now on the screen Dr. Gregorio E.H. Del Pilar, member of the Scientific Career Council, president of NRCP, and member of the Social Sciences Division, for the introduction of the newly conferred career scientist under the Social Sciences Division. Sir, go ahead po.
Salamat, Doc Muji. Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Hayaan po ninyong ipakilala ko ang bagong career scientist ng Dibisyon ng Agham Panlipunan o Social Sciences Division. Ngayong taon, mayroon pong isang ginagawaran ng gradong ito sa aming dibisyon mula sa Philippine Center for Post-Harvest Development and Mechanization o PhilMech ng Departamento ng Agrikultura. Siya po ay si Dr. Gigi Calica, Senior Science Research Specialist mula sa Socio-Economics and Policy Research Division ng DA-PhilMech. Panoorin po natin ang isang maikling video ng mga ginawa ni Dr. Calica na naging batayan ng gradong iginagawad sa kanya ngayong umaga.
several industries and as guides in further crafting national and development programs. Aside from being conferred as Scientist 1, Dr. Callica was also awarded as natatanging kawani ng PhilMec 2020 under the R&D category during the agency's 43rd anniversary in May 2021.
Maaari po ba naming hilingin si Direktor Haliorina at si Dr. Callica na buksan ang kanilang kamera para sa paggawad ng medalya ng siyentista? Babasahin ko ang kasulatan ng gawad. GGB Callica, PhD, is conferred Scientist 1 rank on February 19, 2020 by the Scientific Career System, signed by Alicia de la Rosa Bala, Chairperson of the Civil Service Commission and Chair of the Scientific Career Council, and Fortunato T. de la Peña, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology and Co-Chairman of the Scientific Career Council. Pagbati sa iyo, Dr. Callica, at sa lahat ng ating mga ginawaran ng gradong Career Scientist at ng mas mataas na grado sa karerang siyentipiko.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Del Pilar, at pagpupugay kay Dr. Callica. Once again, let us give a warm round of virtual applause, isang malakas po na virtual palakpak to all our newly conferred and upgraded scientists. And before we move on, I was informed, let me recognize po our secretary, the Secretary of the Department of Agriculture, William Didar. And welcome po, sir, dito sa event na to. Thank you po for gracing this occasion. All right. Sige. Again, don't forget to use the hashtags hashtag Scientific Career System and hashtag SCS 2021 oath-taking in your social media accounts. We would also like to invite our participants to follow and like SCS social media account on Facebook at Scientific Career System. We would also like to announce that the call for the 2021 SCS application for admission and upgrading is still open, and the deadline for submission is on the last working day of January 2022. Kindly coordinate with your agency's Scientific Career Evaluation Committee, SCSC, or you may email us at scs@nast.dost.gov.ph for inquiries. All right? Now, the National Academy of Science and Technology Philippines, or NAST-PHL, would like to announce that the call for nomination for the 2022 NAST Awards is now open. The deadline for the submission of entries is on the last working day of November 2021. And kindly refer po to the NAST website, www.nast.ph, on how to submit nominations. And may we remind everyone to turn their camera off, except for the newly conferred and upgraded scientists and the SEC, as we now proceed to the oath-taking ceremony. And may we call on screen Honorable Alicia de la Rosa Bala, CSC Chairperson and Chair of the SEC, to lead po the oath-taking.
Ready na ba lahat? Okay. Pakitaas ang inyong kanang kamay at sambitin natin ang panunumpa sa katungkulan. Ako sabihin ang pangalan niyo. Na hinirang sa katungkulan bilang, pakibanggit din ang inyong rank bilang scientist.
Na hinirang sa
bilang Career Scientist 1
ay taimtim na nanunumpa natutuparin ko ng buong husay at katapatan sa abot ng aking kakayahan. Natutuparin ko ng buong husay at katapatan sa abot ng aking kakayahan. Ang masusing pag-aaral at pagtuklas ng mga bagay o kaalaman tungkol sa agham at teknolohiya upang maibahagi ko ang mga ito at pakinabangan ng kasalukuyang panahon at ng susunod pang henerasyon.
ang masusing pag-aaral at pagtuklas ng mga bagay, alaman, tungkol sa agham at teknolohiya upang maibahagi ko ang mga ito at pakinabangan ng panahon at ng susunod na henerasyon.
Pagsisikapan ko ng mga kasulukuyang kaalaman sa agham at teknolohiya ay lalo pang mapaunlad.
Pagsisikapan na ang mga kasalukuyang kaalaman sa agham at teknolohiya ay lalo pang mapaunlad.
Tutulong ako sa pagpapalaganap ng mga bagong tuklas na kaalaman.
Tutulong ako sa pagpapalaganap ng mga bagong tuklas na kaalaman
upang ang mga ito ay matutuhang tanggapin, gamitin at isabuhay ng ating mga kababayan tungo sa pag-unlad ng bansang Pilipinas.
Upang ang mga ito ay matutuhang tanggapin, gamitin at isabuhay ng ating kababayan tungo sa pag-unlad ng bansang Pilipinas. Taimtim kong gagampanan ang iba pang mga tungkulin tungo sa pagpapaunlad ng agham at teknolohiya sa bansa. Taimtim kong gagampanan ang mga tungo sa pagpapaunlad ng teknolohiya sa bansa.
Itataguyod ko at ipagtatanggol ko ang saligang batas ng Pilipinas.
Tataguyod ko at ipagtatanggol ang batas ng Pilipinas.
Mananalig at tatalima ako dito.
Mananalig at
tatalima ako rito.
Susundin ko ang mga batas, mga kautosang legal at mga dekretong ipinaiiral sa Republika ng Pilipinas.
Susundin ko ang mga batas, mga kautosang legal at mga dekretong ipinaiiral sa Republika ng Pilipinas.
At kusa kong babalikatin ang pananagutang ito ng walang anumang pasubali o hangaring umiwas.
At kusa kong babalikatin ang pananagutang ito ng walang anumang pasubali o hangaring umiwas.
Kasihan nawa ako ng Diyos.
Kasihan
nawa ako ng Diyos.
Congratulations po sa lahat sa inyong.
Thank you, ma'am, and congratulations, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Yay! All right, so may we now ask lahat po ng members ng SCC, STC, and awardees to turn on your cameras for a group photo. The Secretariat will be taking our photo po. So pakibukas po yung camera ng ating mga SCC, STC, and awardees. Right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sapa po. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay po.
Okay, thank you, Secretariat. This time, pwede daw pong pakibuksan ang lahat ng cameras po, ng lahat ng panelists, no? Dito sa Zoom room. The Secretariat again will take our photo. Ayan. Lahat na po, kasali na. Pakibuksan po yung ating mga cameras. Go ahead, Secretariat.
Okay, ready na po? Hintayin na lang po. Hintayin na po natin yung iba. Okay po. Picture po. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Saba po. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Second panel. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Saba po. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay po.
Thank you everyone. Again, congratulations po sa lahat. Yay! Now, may we now call on Academician Rodora V. Asanza, President of the DOST-Philippines and member of the SEC, to give her closing remarks. Ma'am Rod, go ahead po.
Okay, maraming salamat, Buji. Secretary de la Peña,
and Chairperson Bala and everyone, magandang umaga sa ating lahat. In behalf of the National Academy of Science and Technology Philippines, I heartily congratulate all the newly conferred and upgraded scientists in the scientific career system. The system plays a very important role in establishing a science culture in the country by recognizing the accomplishments and contributions of our researchers in the government service. We believe that research is one of the important factors in the development of a country. It is essentially an investment as we explore opportunities for improvement towards nation building. The scientific career system, in recognizing researchers, encourages them to continue research in their fields and help sustain the science culture, thus promote advancement of S&T in the country. I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank and commend the services rendered by the Civil Service Commission Chairperson Alicia de la Rosa Bala and DOST Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, who are serving as co-chairs of the Scientific Career Council, and my co-members, Attorney Danilo Concepcion, UP System President, Dr. Gregorio Del Pilar, NRCP President, and the chairpersons and members of the Scientific Committee. The Council and the technical committees help propel the development and implementation of the scientific career system. Important policies and initiatives were reached and implemented that improved the policy-making capability of the Council and the entire system. It would be remiss not to acknowledge their leadership in helping us come up with good decisions to make the Scientific Career Council and the whole system become more responsive to the needs of the career scientists, improve efficiency and productivity in science research. Allow me to thank all of the agency heads who are present here today for your continuing support to our scientists by providing them with an enabling environment to become productive researchers and scientists of our country. To our newly conferred and upgraded scientists, I wish to congratulate you once again for another milestone in your career. We will make sure to support all your future endeavors and plans that will contribute to the development of science and technology in our country. To all our aspiring researchers, we need more career scientists for our country to be globally competitive. So join the scientific career system and in the pursuit of excellence in science and technology. Again, let us promote our world-class Filipino scientists in the government service. Thank you for being with us today. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay tayong lahat.
Hey, thank you very much, Ma'am Rod. And there you have it. On behalf of SCS, we would like to thank everyone for participating in this event, may it be via Zoom or Facebook Live. Thank you everyone for tuning in. For the certificate of participation, kindly fill out the evaluation form through the link that will be flashed on your screen or scan the QR code. Then we hope you all join us too in all other SCS events, and do not forget to follow our Facebook page account at Scientific Career System. As Ma'am Rod said, let us all continue to empower and promote world-class Filipino scientists in the government service. This is Doc Muji po, signing off. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Maraming salamat po. Stay safe everyone. Thank you.
The Scientific Career System.
Thank you.
The Scientific Career System, or SCS, was established within the Civil Service Commission through the Executive Order Number 784, dated 17 March 1982. It was formally organized in 19 July 1983 with the issuance of the Executive Order No. 901. The establishment of SCS was further reinforced by Section 4 of the Republic Act 8439 entitled Magna Carta for Scientists, Engineers, Researchers, and other science and technology personnel in the government. The SCS is a system of recruitment, career progression, recognition, and reward of scientists in the public service as a means of developing a pool of highly qualified and productive scientific personnel. The SCS is governed by the Scientific Career Council. It is established jointly by the Civil Service Commission and the Department of Science and Technology to evaluate candidates for appointment to the system. Members of the Scientific Career Council. Chairperson Alicia De La Rosa Bala. Secretary Fortunato T. De La Peña. Academician Rodora V. Azanza. Dr. Gregorio E.H. Del Pilar. Attorney Danilo L. Concepcion. The members of the Scientific Technical Committees. Agricultural Sciences Division. Academician Eufemio T. Rasco Jr. National Scientist Dolores A. Ramirez. Dr. Portia G. Lapitan. Dr. Carmencita D. Mateo. Dr. Renato S. A. Vega. Natural Sciences Division. Academician Fabian M. Dairit. Academician Salcedo L. Eduardo. Dr. Polly W. C. Academician Maribel G. Nonato. Dr. Roland V. Sarmago. Engineering Sciences and Technology Division. Academician Estrella F. Alabastro. Dr. Maria Natalia R. Di Maano. Dr. Edan Harlo J. Marquez. Academician Aura C. Matias. Dr. Ramon Christian P. Eusebio. Health Sciences Division. Academician Edward H. M. Wang. Dr. Monette M. Lucias. Academician Rodi G. C. Dr. Doralyn S. Dalisay. Dr. Leslie Michelle M. Dalmasio. Social Sciences Division. Academician Michael L. Tan. Dr. Adelaida F. Lucero. Dr. Maricar S. Prudente. Academician Agnes C. Rola. Dr. Marie Paz E. Morales. The Scientific Career Council Executive Secretary, Director Luningning E. Samarita Domingo. Since the establishment in 1984, the system has conferred scientist ranks to 183 researchers in the scientific community. And as of 2021, there are 59 active career scientists. The call for application for admission and upgrading is now open. Deadline of submission is on the last working day of January 2022. Kindly coordinate with your agency's Scientific Career Evaluation Committee. Let us continue to empower and promote our world-class Filipino scientists.